Hello and welcome to RevWheels, where enthusiasm meets expertise. This here is the Elevate, Honda's answer to the likes of the Hyundai Creta, the Kia Seltos, the Volkswagen Tiguan, the Maruti Suzuki Grand Vitara, and so on. Now, we already know that the Elevate is late to the party, but does it have enough to make a dent in the competition sale? Well, we'll answer that question by telling you what we like about the Elevate and what we don't. But before we go ahead, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Now, looks play a very important part in this segment. Now, you have some good looking SUVs in this segment already, like the Kia Seltos, the Hyundai Creta and the Volkswagen Tiguan. So where does the Elevate stand here? The Honda Elevate features a bold and modern design that reflects a strong road presence. Its front fascia is highlighted by a large, upright grille flanked by sleek LED headlights and DRLs, giving it a sharp and aggressive look. The sculpted body lines and flared wheel arches add to the muscular stance, while the floating roof design and stylish alloy wheels enhance its sporty appeal. At the rear, the wraparound LED taillights and a subtle spoiler complete the contemporary look, making the Elevate both stylish and rugged. Overall, we think the Elevate just reeks of proper Japanese design language, and it's one of the best looking SUVs in this segment. Which is the best looking SUV in this segment for you? Let us know in the comments. Now let's take a look at the interiors. Now in this age of over-the-top interior designs and touchscreens running across the dashboard, I think this is a very classy layout. You've got a nice choice of colors, and this leather, which is finished in a brown shade, especially looks rich. I think it doesn't just look good but feels good as well. So I think Honda hasn't compromised on quality, which is a great thing. The visibility too is superb. As you can see, the dashboard is very low slung, and even in the lowest position, I can see the bonnet clearly. Now talking about the seats, the ergonomics are just perfect. They've got good support all around. I think long distances shouldn't be an issue at all. Now let's check out the rear bench. No surprises here. Rear seat comfort is just fantastic. As you can see, I've got very good posture. I've got plenty of knee room. I've got plenty of headroom. And what also is a point to notice is that the floorboard under the front seats slope upwards, so that acts like a kind of a footrest, which makes the long journeys really comfortable. Now talking about seating three people abreast, I think the center passenger gets a bit of a compromise, because as you can see, the seat scope is quite narrow, and the rear aircon vents, they protrude quite a bit ahead. So for 5 passengers, it's a bit of a compromise, but for 4 people, I think it's a very comfortable cabin. Now talking about the boot space, you get a massive 458 liters of luggage space. Now that is more than the Kia Seltos, the Hyundai Creta and the Volkswagen Tiguan. You also get a 60-40 split, so you can add even more luggage. Now let's get to the engine and performance. So the Elevate is powered by the tried and tested 1.5 litre i-VTEC petrol engine. This 4-cylinder engine, it makes 119 bhp and 145 Newton meters of torque. On the gearbox front, you either get a CVT automatic gearbox or what we're driving here, a lovely 6-speed manual. Right off the bat, you're impressed by the refinement. Now let me tell you that the Koreans are doing just as well a job with their engines, but this is just a notch higher. Honda knows a thing or two about refinement, and it shows. What also impresses is the lightness of the controls. The steering, the pedals and the gearbox are all effortless, and not to mention extremely responsive. On the go, the Elevate feels quick off the line. It keeps up the traffic effortlessly, and it has enough mid-range punch to avoid shifting gears too often. Out on the highways too, the Elevate can cruise comfortably at triple-digit speeds without feeling stressed. Now I did hear a lot of people talk about the lack of outright performance in the Honda Elevate. Now I wouldn't mind the extra performance, frankly, if Honda would have provided more power through forced induction or probably an electric motor assist. But frankly, the Honda Elevate is a family SUV and it's focused more towards practicality and comfort. So for those things, I think it has more than enough power and performance. I mean, if you want more performance, if you want a more sporty driving experience, just go buy a sporty sedan. For all conditions, I think by large, I think the Honda Elevate has enough performance, and I would appreciate Honda giving us the hybrid option because that also helps with better fuel efficiency. But apart from that, I think the Honda Elevate does well on all fronts when it comes to performance. Now, the ride and handling is another place where Honda seems to have done a stellar job. The Honda Elevate drives beautifully. The steering feels light at low speeds and weighs up wonderfully as the speeds get higher. It's also delightfully accurate, and that gives you the confidence on twisty stuff to place it exactly where you want it. The suspension setup is also extremely well balanced. The long travel suspension soaks up the bumps very well. Even around the corners, body roll is minimal and the Elevate surprises you with its agility. Overall, we loved how Honda has got the ride and handling setup spot on. Everything's been great about the Elevate so far, but now let's take a look at the features that the Elevate has to offer. So you get a 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 7-inch digital instrument cluster, and automatic climate control. On the safety front, you get the ADAS suite, 6 airbags, ABS with EBD, and more. Now let's take a look at what you don't get. So the Elevate misses out on some stuff that is offered by the competition. So there is no power assisted driver's seat, there is no seat ventilation, the sunroof is single pane and not panoramic, just a rear camera with sensors but no 360-degree camera, no premium audio system either. On the safety front, it misses out on blind spot monitoring and rear disc brakes. So clearly there's plenty missing on the features front. For starters, it looks fantastic and that alone would be reason enough for people to buy it. And then of course, it drives just as well as it looks. Apart from that, you also have the space, the practicality and the comfort that it offers, which makes it for a very sensible buy. With prices starting at Rs 11.7 lakhs for the base version and 15.45 lakhs for this top-end manual version, it undercuts its rivals slightly too. What would you buy in this segment and what do you think of the Honda Elevate? Do let us know in the comments below.